When they say come out and smell the roses, uh, it's not roses, it's little tulips. But it's really, really cool. Right now, I am walking in a field of tulips. I'm at a place where you can cut your own tulips uh, and make your own bouquet. It's a really cool idea in Germany where someone just plants a lot of flowers. You come out here and you cut them yourself, pay 60 cents per flower. In this case, it's different price for different flowers. And here I am. It looked like all the tulips. Look, I'm a bit late. Look, all of them have bloomed, and there's only here's a couple that are not quite bloomed yet that I could pick. I could surprise my wife with. Yeah, look at all that. Very, very pretty. I wonder if we have something like this in Germany. I mean, America. I know we have a place where you can cut your own fruit, but your own flowers, I'm not sure. Now, there we go. When I'm not in the mood to pick my own flowers, I have two people that I go to that I get my flowers from. One is in Leverkusen, the other one is not too far from where I live, and they offer very good bouquets for a really good price. It's all about finding the right connections. Let's get to this video. This is Justin. This is part 2 of my series about making connections in Germany. And I'm going to tell you a lot more about my transition, my development as I came to grow and learn and adapt to living in Germany. This is going to cover lots and lots of stones. For example, my first friend, my first friendship that I made in Germany, that became such an important aspect of my life. It's also going to cover a context, a cultural thing here in Germany about bringing things whenever you visit people. And it's going to cover just the importance of making a connection, as many connections as possible. So let me start off like this. When you visit people in Germany, it's customary that you bring something with you, whether it's a box of chocolate, whether it's a bottle of wine, or simply just some flowers. Now, that might seem like it could be something expensive if you're visiting friends all the time, but it's really not. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, such as it doesn't have to be the most expensive bottle of wine. It doesn't have to be the most expensive chocolate, and it doesn't have to be a very large bouquet of flowers. But normally you bring something. And one day, one of the first times I came to visit Germany, no, to come to live in Germany, my wife sent me to buy some flowers. We were going to visit her grandma, and her grandma loves to have fresh flowers presented. Matter of fact, a lot of Germans love to have fresh flowers, and I always wondered how was it affordable. Anyway, my wife sent me up to this flower shop in the middle of Leverkusen. And she told me what to say in German. She told me to say, "Ich möchte zwei Blumen." I would like to have two flowers. Sonnenblumen. Ich möchte Sonnenblumen. And I prepared for that. I was walking toward the guy and I was trying to say, how do I say it? How do I say it? I can't even say it perfectly now, but ich möchte zwei Sonnenblumen. And I practiced that over and over and over again. And when I got there, I went up to the guy and I said, ich möchte, I would like two sunflowers. And then the guy said something to me that I didn't understand. And it was like, blah, blah, blah. And this how it sounded like, blah, blah, blah. And I just smiled. And he said it to me again. I said, excuse me. I said, Entschuldigung. It's verstehe kein Deutsch. I'm sorry, I don't understand German. And he just laughed at me. And then he said it in English. And interesting enough, his next question was, well, why did I move to Germany? And I told him, he said, did you move to Germany for love? I said, actually, I did. And he started laughing again. And he said, come to my shop every day. If you want to learn German, I will teach you German. And for the next 6 months of my life in Germany, I went to his shop almost every day. And this guy, and I love to tell the story because this is my first connection. His name is Attila. Blumenati is a flower shop. He has multiple shops actually, but this guy really helped me become or develop probably the most out besides my family in becoming culture. This guy, Attila, helped me develop the most out of anyone outside of my family as I made my journey to settle down in Germany. And I just went to his flower shop and I watched him sell flowers, and in between him making bouquets and stuff like that, he explained to me how one speaks in Germany, how one culturally why people do certain things, and it was a great experience for me. Now, if anyone knows about moving to a new place and trying to settle down, yes, you go there for love, yes, you go there for work, but making connections and making friends is probably the next biggest thing you're gonna do. You can have a great job and you can have a great life with your wife or partner, but until you really make friends, you're not gonna really feel settled down. If there's, I think we all seek to have social connections, and this was my first one. And he also helped me learn the language. Now, this also covers another thing of bringing gifts to visit people. And flowers. Flowers is, man, so many people love to have fresh flowers. And it just, I'm not going to be honest with you, I don't care for the smell, but it does look nice on the middle of a table. But how can people in Germany afford them so easily? Now, I ask you this question because I remember when I was in ninth grade, I think I was, and I tried to be. I thought I was this big romantic guy. I listened to all the R&B songs, Boys to Men, New Edition, Johnny Gill, anybody that sang love songs and tell you. And I thought there was a blueprint of how to become the best man, the best lover ever. And and so I wanted to surprise my girlfriend or a girl that I really liked at the time. I went to buy her a bouquet of flowers, and I remember going to the flower shop, and it was going to cost me for a bouquet of 12 roses $80. Now, I was in the ninth grade. I didn't have a job. I was broke. I couldn't afford $80. And just for flowers were going to die. And in 3 days, I wasn't going to pay $80 for that. That stumped me. So I ended up buying a single rose, and I bought a mini Care Bear and tied it up together, and that was my thing. But I couldn't afford a bouquet of roses, and man, and then I come to Germany and I find out, man, a bouquet of roses on the cheap side, you can get one for $12, €12. On the expensive side, you can go way up, but flowers in general in Germany are a lot cheaper because there's the location. The Netherlands, for example, they grow thousands of flowers. Africa also grows a lot of flowers. And so the transport to bring them here is a lot cheaper than the transport to bring them to America. And anyway, so I basically have, this is my first flower connection. So whenever I need to bring flowers to my wife or anyone for Mother's Day or whatever holiday or just visiting people, I have my first connection. His name is the Blooming Aunties in No Plot. Now I also have another flower connection. I mean, how many flower connections do you need? But there's another lady in Bitselden that is very nice, Frau Kurs. And the great thing about these places, at least compared to America, no one's not trying to rip your head off. You go in there, you explain what you want and what you need, and they will make you a very beautiful bouquet for on a budget price, or they'll make you a very extravagant one if you have the money for it. But they understand that people have different amounts in their budgets, and they also try to make sure that you get what you want and what you can afford. And so, those are the two. I have two flower shops. How many do you actually need? But both of the people there, and I'm a regular customer. At least my family are a regular customer to these people, and I shout out their names anytime I had the opportunity to, because as much as I might debate about loyalty and everything else, when you find great places, you want to support them. And so I'm a Stammkunde. I'm a regular customer at these places. But when you find great places, you want to support them. But anyway, back to my story. Um, yeah, I was able to make a connection. I wish I had done a better job of developing that connection, but yeah, I'm thankful for the amount of time that I had with Attila and his friendship. Man, he basically showed me in many parts of Germany as possible. So, um, just like my other videos, this video is about the importance of making connections. And when you're moving to a new place, the connections that you make, the friendships that you establish will make your process to move into a new country very, very easy. Now, this one is a very unorthodox um, way of meeting people, but it worked. It just shows you can meet people anywhere at any time. You just have to be open. But yeah, I wanted to share this video because Mother's Day is tomorrow here in Germany. I'm sorry. I wanted to share this video because Mother's Day is coming up in a few days. Father's Day is tomorrow, and but yeah, there's really cool things to do here in Germany as far as finding flowers and. But like I said, you can meet people at any time. It's a great experience. I think something that everyone should do at least once. Pick your own flowers. And what I forgot to mention was that there was no one there to make sure you really paid. It's a trust system, and I love that about this community. That there's a lot of trust systems. I had the same thing where I came from. I think it's something about living in small towns, small communities. Really establish a village-like atmosphere. Sometimes cities are missing that. But so the same things you can get in America, same thing you get in Germany. But I just wanted to share my experience. And happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day. And yeah, that's it.